Lesson 4, Unit 4. The Project Management Office Maturity Levels. This unit will present the 5 maturity levels of a PMO. These are the levels of effectiveness and excellence in executing projects. A PMO maturity is defined as the levels that indicate the effectiveness of project execution. When organizations decide to establish a PMO, they usually start at a low level and improve over time. Understanding the steps required to achieve excellence is a critical factor for an organization that is planning to implement a PMO. A maturity model helps an organization monitor a PMO's performance, identify areas of improvement, and establish goals where it wants the PMO to be in the future. While there is no standard definition of how many levels or the description of each level, most of the models use a 5-level structure. The levels are as follows: the initial, established, defined, mature, and optimized level. Level 1. At this level, processes are just becoming defined. There isn't a high level of sophistication in the PMO, and many processes are used for very specific purposes, instead of being rolled out across multiple tasks to leverage efficiency. In addition, there is little integration with the rest of the organization. Senior management is aware of the use of a PMO in some projects or units, but isn't necessarily on board with the use at the organizational level. The PMO has limited project governance or executive sponsorship, poorly defined project management processes, and lack of consistent tools, processes, or training. Project success often depends on a few extremely motivated individuals. Level 2. The PMO has some basic processes established, but they are only being used on the biggest or most high-profile projects in the organization. Senior management is now more on board and is encouraging the use of the PMO. The PMO is developing some basic tools to create project plans, estimates, and schedules. Reporting is high level, inconsistent, and fairly basic. In the second level of maturity, most PMOs start to have tools and templates and some processes, but not all projects use them. The PMO has developed a formal project management methodology, but it has not been adopted by all. The PMO supports and trains project staff in the use of the methodology, equipping them with the right skills for the projects they are assigned to. Level 3. At this level, processes are standardized across the organization and are repeatable. Reporting is much more detailed, and project plans, estimates, and scheduling are based on industry standards as well as best practices, lessons learned, and historical data. The PMO is focused on the organization, and work is underway to analyze project performance. What is most interesting in the third level is that an organization starts to reap significant benefits from their PMO. They can more reliably count on the project timelines and budgets and know that with their guidance, their teams are prepared to succeed. Senior management can start comparing projects based on the same standard metrics, allowing them to make critical decisions around resource allocation, budget, schedules, and critical milestones. Level 4. The PMO processes are now integrated with the organizational processes, like reporting and data analysis. Senior management is mandating compliance with the PMO, which is now able to provide in-depth analysis of project performance. Additionally, project plans, estimates, and schedules are now regularly obtained from historical organizational data and performance. At this level, the organization has a very successful PMO with good executive sponsorship. All core processes are consistent, all key project data is collected, there is solid analytics undertaken, and reporting is primarily data-driven. And there is continuous learning and improvement. At this level, the PMO plays an important role in the success of the organization. Level 5. The PMO now has a full process in place to measure project efficacy and efficiency. On top of these processes, there are processes to ensure the project performance continues to improve instead of remaining constant. Senior management is now focused on continuous improvement of the PMO and the projects it manages. The focus is on continuously optimizing the performance of the PMO. At this level, all core processes are consistent and continuously improved. The organization relies heavily on transparency into their project's progress and objectives in order to make decisions. The PMO's data and information are now critical components of the organization's strategic planning. Do all PMOs need to be at level 5? An organization can start getting benefits when it reaches level 3. Some organizations might find that this level is all they need. Not all PMOs need to be at level 5. The PMO Maturity Model is a framework that can help organizations evaluate the level of performance from their PMOs and implement the strategies for continuous improvement.